Hello, our summer reading theme this year is Tales and Tales. My name is Mary and I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite kind of tales because it's attached to a dog. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story of Nubs, the true story of a mutt, a marine, and a miracle. It is written by Major Brian Dennis, who with his group of 10 Marines was sent over to Iraq to help train Iraqi soldiers. And when they got over there, they found these dogs were hanging around the base. And some of the dogs had been used as war dogs. This one dog's ears had been clipped really, really close. And so they nicknamed him Nubs. And at first he kind of held back. He wouldn't come, mess with them much. But Major Dennis kept messing with him and offered him some MREs. Those good old meals ready to eat, things like spaghetti and Cajun beans and rice. But anyway, the dog liked it, and he gave him some strawberry Pop-Tart for dessert. Well, the dog was hanging around. They were enjoying him, but they had to go somewhere else in the desert. And when they left in Humvee, the dog tried to follow him. And he ran for a little while, but he couldn't keep up with him. Well, a couple days later, they came back, and who was there to greet him? Nubs, right there when he came back. Already waiting for them belly rubs. Well, next time they had to go out, he came back. He didn't see Nubs at first. And when he did, Nubs was kind of hanging to the back of the pack because he had been injured. So they actually treated him. They cleaned his wound and put some antiseptic on it. And they actually gave him a child-sized dose of antibiotics. But he couldn't eat or drink anything. He was hurting so bad. He tried to sleep standing up. But that dog had a lot of heart. A couple days later, when Brian had to leave, he got in the Humvee again, and they took out. Nubs kept chasing after him, but once again he couldn't keep up. And 2 weeks later, when they came back, there was Nubs waiting to get his belly rubs and his strawberry Pop-Tarts. And each night when Brian did his guard duty, walking back and forth, Nubs would walk guard duty with him. And all too soon it was time for him to leave again, and Nubs kept following him close, but not too long they were out of sight. Out of sight, but not out of mind. That dog walked from Jordan to Iraq, 70 miles in the desert, very little to drink, very little food, going through territories that had wild dogs and wolves. And so 2 days later, a member of Brian's team came running outside and says, "You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe what's out here." It was Nubs. And at that point, they realized they belonged together. They're not supposed to have dogs in the Marine Corps, but luckily he had a pretty decent commanding officer. And when Brian got deployed, when Brian got sent home, when his deployment was over, you really need to read the book to see what happened to Nubs. But remember, the name of the book is A Mutt, a Marine, and a Miracle. Thank you very much. We have lots of more exciting tales for you this summer in our reading program. I hope you come and enjoy it with us. Thank you and goodbye.